In this video, I'm gonna break down, react, and review BTS singing Your Eyes Tell. So, let's sing something. La la la! If you are new to my channel, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that little bell thing. This channel is to help you learn how to sing. Yay! So, if you're here and you're like, wait, I was just here to watch BTS sing, that's okay! I'm gonna break down how your favorite artist does what they do stylistically, as well as kind of react to it, let you know what do I think as a vocal coach. I have reviewed BTS before. Some of the videos you guys love, some of the videos you guys hate, but you know what? At least you know I'm being truthful for my own opinion. Everyone's, allowed to have their own. So let's see. You voted on this. You asked for this. I hope you like this. Let's get started. So they're clearly starting off really quiet, very small. There's not a lot of space within the mouth. They're not opening up on the big vowels. They're kind of telling the story in the very beginning. And so they're having to keep the microphone pretty close to their mouth since it's very kind of words like this if we were talking. So it's very small. So it kind of draws you in, building up those dynamics. This is what I've heard them do before in slow songs. It's really nice to hear them kind of come back to this as well. I love that, they're really all kind of in this together. I'm noticing, the one next to him is singing along with him a little bit. They're all just kind of casually feeling it and clearly in performance aspect, which is nice because I've seen more kickback performances before of other singers and they're just not mentally there for the stage. And with this, they're all there. They're all within the song kind of. It feels like you're kind of with them, enjoying it. And again, we're still building up on those vocals. Very nice transition into that high note, though. That was pretty smooth. Okay, you guys aren't gonna like this, but I gotta say, there's a lot of effects on their voices. A lot. I don't think it needs to be there. I've heard them sing. They all can sing. For my personal opinion, I think there's too much sound effects. I think, but again, this has come up a lot on my videos, and maybe perhaps this is a style choice for that genre of music, and it's just not something that I, as a vocalist, like, because as a singer, I really want to hear their raw vocals a little bit more, and there's auto-tune on this. There definitely is. Now, auto-tune doesn't mean that they can't sing in pitch. You can sing in pitch and still have auto-tune added onto your vocals. It is actually pretty darn common in pop music to have at least a little bit. This is a good amount. This may be part of what they're choosing with this song, but there's a lot. There is. If you don't hear the auto-tune, then try to close your eyes, focus on especially that that straight tone. Straight tones tend to give away when there's effects. And listen in, and you'll hear that there's more than one layer that's kind of coming up on that, and it's not a reverb. It's slightly computer sounding. that's a nice little vocal fry that he's going. Now I'm over exaggerating, obviously, but it's some people consider it a little bit of a grunt before you go into it, or a whine, but it's a little bit of that vocal fry, and then a flip at the end. Sorry, I just really like that contrast of going from those high voices, and then he's really got this sultry, deep kickback, like, this is what I feel. I kind of feel like a little bit of like those, what do you call it, like hotline, voices where they're like, or old R&B where it's like, hey baby, I've been missing you for so long. It's like that's what it's got, that like sexy, smoky kind of like, hey baby. I like the contrast a lot. Nice. I like he has more of a speaking tone in between. The other ones have been softer and more air. And it's almost like he's in between. He's almost kind of got a rap feel to him with those vocals, the way he just delivered them, but he's not. He's like in between. It's still got a heavier feel from the vocal cords. That's lighter. So on this section, they've already built up and they're starting to give it more momentum. Now, I haven't heard this song before. I don't know if it's going to grow from here, but personally, I would like this section right here to have them open up. I don't know what the words are, but it was like, like open up and hybrid some of those and ah vowels to give it more space, and that will kick it a little bit more here, unless they're going to do that later. I don't know, but I want a little more of that open space so then they can allow the sound to come out even more. Now it could be because the that part right there, you saw him really go into it, even leaned into it, but the sound that came out is so polished, which tells me that it's really kind of effects. I wish they wouldn't have it quite as heavy, because I bet you he would have rocked that part. If you could take away some of the effects and give it more of that grit, because you could see in his face that he had that feeling there. It's just what came out is just, for my opinion, very, very clean and polished. And I want to feel that pain. I don't know if that section is about pain, but it sure felt like it was pain, and I want to feel that in his voice. Okay, so big open space within that. I really liked that. Again, I know you guys are gonna, but I do wish I could hear a little more of his grit, a little more of his rawness, especially to go from the contrast of that to now who's singing right now, which is softer and lighter, and having the two mesh together. And notice how close the microphone is to his mouth, which also does say that there's not a whole lot of sound coming out. Otherwise, it wouldn't sound quite right. So he's probably approaching this decently gentle, and then they're just adjusting the volume, which is totally fine, because obviously if you didn't adjust the volume, you wouldn't hear him. And it's the air and the small voice, the softer tones, you have to. Otherwise, as an audience, we just can't hear it. But he has it super close to his mouth. He wanted to stand up. I wish he would have stood up. You could feel he wanted to. He was ready to. And, get it. You know what? It almost sounds like an unplugged version, you know? I don't know if they do that anymore, but they used to, where they take, like, back in the day, they'd take the big rock songs, and then they would do an unplugged version, which is them singing with just, like, a guitar. It almost feels like this is an unplugged version, and that there's another version where they really, really were able to let loose, because I feel like there's so much more. Go ahead and click here for my cheat sheet on how to sing like BTS. Also, click here for my playlist of all the other vocal coach reaction videos I've done for them, and come hang out with me in my Facebook group. The link is down below. I will see you in the next song. La la la!